Good afternoon and good evening to you all. Have you ever wondered how entrepreneurs grow their money and make smart financial decisions? In today's video, we are going to show you how.
In this video, we will be interviewing Mr. Jerome Pasua and his journey. How he started, the challenges he faced, and the strategy he used to succeed.
Through this interview, we hope to discover valuable lessons and practical advice that can inspire students like us to understand investing better and maybe make our own journey in the future.
Okay, hello everyone. Today we are here at Ecoland Davao City together with Sir.
Good day, sir. To start our interview, can you tell us what kind of investment you usually focus and why?
Pagdating kasi sa investments, no, I think about it, if it's long-term, pag long-term siya, I go with equity. So, meaning, I buy stocks. Buy stocks on companies that I think will grow. So, ano yun? Technology companies, companies that have AI. So, yan, dyan ako nagpapasok ng pera. Apple also, pagka timing yan, pag may nilalabas sila na bagong phone, instead of buying a new phone, I buy share of stocks. Kasi automatic tumataas ang shares doon. And then for my daily naman na ginagawa ko because I love doing it, it's forex trading. Kasi I love reading yung economic news and then make money out of it.
And for our second question, how long have you been investing and how did you get started?
Since I was still in college, J Finance went to our university, tinuruan kami mag-trading. I was fascinated about it. Started with small amounts, kasama ko yung brother ko. Siya yung merong account and then share kami na nag-invest. As I've said kanina, 2018, I started Forex. Why? Nabaga na lang ako sa stock market. It's really slow. So, well, it's normal na slow naman talaga. It's not.
So, the third question, sir. When you started investing, sir, did you start with big or consumer?
Ang important sa investment kasi it's consistency. So, hindi mo kailangan na malaki. It's way of consistently, parang saving. Instead of saving it in a bank, saving in institutions that can actually grow the money for you. So, kailangan lang talaga pagdating sa investment. Money that you can give out. Na hindi ka may stress na wala akong pera pagkain, wala akong kabayad ng bills. It's a money that I can forget ng mahabang panahon. So, pero kailangan monthly. Consistent. Kasi mas malaki ang growth ng money na consistent saver or investor compared dun sa one-time income. Kasi meron tinatawag na compounding interest. So, yung compounding interest mo na rin.
So, there's a follow-up question, sir. What your recommendation to the beginners to start investing or you
Before you start investing or even in anything naman in life, you need to understand ano yung pinapasok mo yung industry. No? So, ano ba yung gusto mong industry, ano yung ipapasukan ng pera mo? You need to understand how the finance move. Like, for example, in the stock market, or sabihin natin, kailangan kasi ang mindset mo is hindi ka business-minded. You need to be an investor. So, pag investor ka, ang question lagi na kasi is, why should I invest in that company? Ano yung ginagawa ng mga company na yan right now to grow their company? Kasi kung wala naman silang plan for growth, why would I need to invest? And then at the same time, they need to understand also ano yung impact na interest rates ng Bangko Sentral sa growth ng mga businesses. Kasi interest rates and bonds, they move the opposite way. So if malaki ang interest rate, bumabagsak ang bonds. Pagka tumataas ang bonds, lumilit ang interest rate. So pag tumataas ang bonds, ba't ako mag-invest sa equity? I'd invest in the government for treasury bonds. So they need to understand that also. Pagdating naman kung gusto mong pasukin ng Forex, ako hindi ko siya agad masasuggest for beginners kasi nakakasunog siya ng pera. So you need to actually understand how the world pagdating na sa Forex. Kasi bakit tumataas ang pera ng ganitong bansa over this currency. Katulad right now, para sabihin natin, maraming newbies ang nasunugan ng money because of the war. Akala nila, because of war, gold price will go up because it was saved. But then, bakit nung nagkaroon ng war, gold prices went down? So, yung mga nag-trade sa gold, nag-purchase ng gold, nalugi sila sa hindi din basta-basta ang pagpapasok ng pera sa investment. You really need to understand how money works, how money flows from one entity to another. Kasi pag hindi, instead na mag-grow yung money mo or mag-work yung money for you, it will become your disadvantage. Hindi rin pwede impatient pagdating sa investment. Kung sa business, sinasabi nila na take your chances, dito hindi. It's a game of patience. Patalimuhan ang financial world, no, financial industry. Really learn finance muna. No? Hindi basta-basta ang pag-shell out. Hindi ka pwede sa financial world or sa financial industry if ang hinahanap mo is quick rich schemes kasi walang ganyan. Yung iba, it talks more than kasi depende sa how fast you mature in understanding finances. So, yung maturity takes wisdom kasi in handling finance at discipline. Yung discipline and yung psychological strength mo na yung invest mo won't put stress too much on you, na hindi ka mag-early pull out, hindi ka mag-early take ng profits, hindi ka mag-shake pag nakikita mo nag-lose yung investment mo. It takes a lot of psychological strength also in knowing that. So, yeah.
You said earlier na you started since 2018, right?
So, Forex, yes.
So what are the biggest challenges you face as an investor?
Pinaka-struggle, number one, is yun nga, yung psychology and emotion. Kasi there are times na syempre we are, dami kang ginagawa sa buhay, araw-araw. And then, there are news that moves the market talaga eh. And then, meron kayong tinatawag na FOMO, yung fear of missing out. Pag nalagpasan ka na nung, uy, nag-jump yung price na ito, hindi ako nakasabay. It's you thinking, kaya pa bang sumabay or hindi na, should I wait for the next entry? And nung time na hindi pa ako mature in investing and trading, I ride those sayang. Sabayan ko na ngayon. But then again, pag sinabayan mo ng late na, people are already selling. Tapos bumababa na yung price. So ikaw yung naliliquidate. Sila yung nag-earn ng profits. Yun yung pinakamahirap sa nag-uumpisa. Pag masyado kang emotional, na, uy sayang, hindi ako nakasabay, uy sayang. O kaya may mga tao na, uy, ano ka na, invest ka dito. Yung maniniwala ka agad dahil na-hype ka, tapos nakikita mo na nag-grow without even investigating or tawag dito, creating your own research and study about it. And then, masusunod lang din siya. And then, isa sa mga pinakamahirap din is yung paano ka babalik dun sa ginagawa mo na pag-i-invest or pag-trade. Yung fear na baka masama ulit, baka masunod lang ulit, huwag na lang akong mag-invest kaya. Diba? So, yun yung pinaka-struggle talaga in starting mo ng investments.
What keeps you motivated to continue investing during tough times?
Yung belief na may kumikita dito sa inyo. If people are earning in this industry, sa akin, ang mindset ko lang is, baka meron silang alam na hindi ko alam. Baka meron silang alam na hindi ko alam, I need to understand it. Bakit nag-fail yung investment mo na yun? Bakit natatalo yung trades? Bakit ka rin nag-win? If you understand it, lumalakas kasi yung psychological strength mo in terms of money. So, doon ako na parang hindi pala tsambahan. Pag naiintindihan mo na hindi tsambahan, hindi sugal ang investment, doon ka mas mag-mature parang mag-continue to actually invest.
So for our last question, sir, what advice can you give to students like us?
So if you want to start investing, sa akin, find muna a company that can handle your finances while you're still studying. Like for example, kami dito sa Manuel, that's what we do. May mga clients kami na very busy in life. So instead na aralin mo paano mag-trade, paano mag-invest, let us handle it and then it's already secured. Paano secured? It has already insurance and protection. Anything happens to you, your finances are protected. And then study. Paano na, saka mo aralin na, okay, so ganito pala kumikita yung mga companies, ganito pala nag-earn sa ganito. And then have another extra money to try and invest on your own ng paunti-unti. No? Hindi naman kailangan na nasa isa lang yung pera mo lahat. And then, kung gusto mo naman ng long-term, lalo sa inyo, bata kayo, it's really look for a company that you think will still be alive 20, 50 years from now. Invest consistently every month, a portion of your savings doon or earnings, kung meron kayong extra na income na pinagkakakitaan. Lagay lang kayo every month. Kasi kung tingin na naman buhay pa yung company na yun 20 to 50 years from now, ibig sabihin, 20 to 50 years from now, either nag-start na kayo ng family niya doon, meron na kayong naipon that possibly earn interest over time. Pwede na kayong dumukot doon. No, mahirap kung kailan meron kayong pera sa kayong mag-invest. That won't work. Bakit? Kasi we were taught to actually save money since we were young. Kaso di ba yung piggy bank nilabasan?
Yes.
Yung bangko, pag lalo ngayon, digital din ang Shopee. Shopee, TikTok Shop, hindi ka rin makakapag-ipon doon. So you need to go to an investing company talaga that holds your money, hindi mo makukuha. So, yun. Number one, ano ka muna? Find a company that can handle your money. Pwede mutual funds, UITFs. Kaso pag UITFs, medyo mahal ang investment. Ang starting capital. Ito, sa amin, sa Manulife or other insurance companies na mayroong VULs. No, yun. Kasi ang VULs, it's investment plus, it's insurance plus investments. So, pwede dun muna kayo mag-start while studying. Pag meron na kayong extra. It's always extra money. Hindi pwedeng mag-start ng investment at mag-trade dyan kung hindi pa stable ang inyong finances. It will cause stress kesa sa mag-grow yung pera. Mabaliw kayo. Ayun.
That's all ako. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today, we learned that investing is just about money. It's about patience, smart decisions, and learning from both success and failure.
As Mr. Pasqua said, that every investor starts somewhere, faces challenges, and grows over time. Most importantly, we realize that even beginners like us can take small steps towards investing if we are willing to learn and stay disciplined.
And also, Mr. Jerome Pasco said that before investing in a stock, you should learn and understand it first. This shows that a successful investing is not just about the luck, it is the knowledge and the careful planning.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.